Hiya fishy folks, and welcome back to Michael's Fish Room. Today, an educational video. Grab yourself a healthy snack and beverage, put on your thinking cap, and let's go! Alright fishy folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about filter media. What is it? What are the different kinds? How to clean it? When to replace it? How to get it cheap? And some other tips and tricks all around for filter media. So before we get started, I just want to ask a question. Are you a subscriber? If not, please hit that subscribe button right now. Alright folks, filter media, what is it? Well, there's three different kinds of filter media. And when someone says filter media, they talk about the stuff in your filter, whether it's a hang-on back, an internal, or a canister. Sponge filters have filter media, box filters have filter media. Every filter in the tank has some sort of media in it. So what is it? Well, it's the stuff that does things. I know, that doesn't really explain it. First, let me explain the three different kinds. So there's biological filter media, and that's what houses the beneficial bacteria. There's two bacteria, one that converts ammonia to nitrite, and then a second one that converts nitrite to nitrate. Then we have mechanical filtration, and that's the filtration that actually sort of cleans and keeps the water clean. And that typically is going to be a sponge or some other sort of sponge-like material where the debris flows through the mechanical filtration and gets trapped, and then the water that comes out is cleaner. And the last kind of bacteria is called chemical filtration, and that's the one we're going to talk about first because it's the easiest and quickest to talk about. So chemical filtration helps filter out chemicals added to the water like medicine, or other treatments. It also helps remove tannins if you want to do that, and other impurities in the water. Alright, so here is some chemical filtration. This is a bag of charcoal from an Aquaclear filter, and you might be saying to yourself, Mike, it looks brand new. Haven't you used it? And the answer is no. I don't use chemical filtration in my tanks, and I'll explain why in a second. So chemical filtration, typically it's going to be charcoal. You can get some other like resins that remove ammonia or remove nitrite. I don't really believe in them, nor do I use them, but we're going to be talking about charcoal for the most part. So charcoal will remove some impurities in the water. It'll remove medications you add. It'll remove tannins if you want to do that kind of thing. Charcoal does have to be replaced. It does lose its power. It can't be recharged. It has to be replaced. It comes in a couple different forms. You can buy it in, like, you know, little tubes like this, or spheres, or, you know, like little tiny rocks, which is what in here. But if you're medicating, like, you know, your community tank of 20 gallons or 55 gallons, and you want to remove the medicine when you're done, and it's hard to do a water change, you can use, you know, a bag of charcoal for a couple of days. That'll remove the medications. It also will remove tannins. If you get a new piece of driftwood and you decide you don't like that tea-like appearance, the charcoal will remove it. Now, for me, the negatives are it costs money. You have to replace it. It does sort of absorb smells in the water, but if your fish tank smells, that's a problem. This is just masking that problem. Alright fishy folks, the next kind of filtration I want to talk about is mechanical. And as I said, mechanical filtration keeps the water clean. And how does it work? Well, I'm going to use this Aquaclear 110 sponge cut in half as an example. So in your hang-on back or canister filter or internal filter, any filtration, this is how the mechanical pretty much works. Dirty water from the tank flows through it, and on the other side, clean water comes out. The debris that's in the water gets trapped in the sponge, and then the water coming out is cleaner. It's very simple. And no matter what kind of filter you have, that's how mechanical filtration works. No matter what you're using in mechanical filtration, that's how it works. So let's just talk about a couple different kinds of filtration. Well, there's all different kinds of sponges like this. Aquaclear, which is my favorite because they're cheap. As you know, I am cheap. They're customizable. They come in different sizes. They're readily available. In fact, There's even an Amazon link down below for you. In fact, this is a Aquaclear 110 filter, which is about this long, that I cut in half or thirds to use in other filters. Other mechanical filtration you can use, and one of my favorites is this. This is Polyfill. Now, the thing about mechanical filtration is the different size sponges, the holes, the porosity will determine the size of debris trapped. The bigger the holes, the more likely smaller particles or debris will go through it and not be trapped. If you're looking to polish your water, Polyfill, which is just premium polyester fiberfill for pillows and crafts and stuff, is your best bet. You just take a hunk, put it in your hang-on back filter as the last stage. So you'd want a sponge here. If the water flows from the top, you want a sponge with coarse, that catches coarse debris, and then this last, so the water flows through here last. And this you can certainly reuse. You can rinse it, you can reuse it, you can wash it, or it's cheap enough where if you throw it away after a couple uses, you're not going to hurt anyone's feelings. Some other type of mechanical filtration is like a pad like this. And this is typically what you're going to find in canisters, so the water just flows through the same way. It's just, you know, the surface area, it's more flat than it is thick, I guess is the best way to say it. And this one, I don't know if you can see it, but it has two different layers in it, so a coarse and a fine inside. And that's pretty much how to do mechanical filtration. When to replace these sponges? Never. I mean, I don't replace it until it disintegrates to nothing because I'm cheap, and that's what I recommend you do. But you can reuse them, you just rinse them off. So the way you clean it is you take some either old tank water or treated tank water, no chlorine, and you simply put it in the bucket and squeeze until the chocolate milk that's coming out of it turns pretty much clear. That's it. Now what I do is I take water from my auto water change system, which is dechlorinated, and I run that water over it to clean it. But that's what I do. If you have well water, you can do the same thing. So a neat thing about mechanical filtration, it doubles as biological filtration, which is what we're going to talk about next. So what is biological filtration? As I said, it's the filtration that houses the beneficial bacteria in your filter, and it's the most important part, because you could have cloudy water or water that looks dirty and still have perfect water parameters. You know, your water parameters are fine. No, just kidding. What does the biological media do? Well, you know, as I said, here is a piece of media. Let me show you my favorite, actually. This is lava rock. I'm just going to get out of the way so the camera focuses on the lava rock, get a good view of that. And what does it do? Well, in the little nooks and crannies and gajillion and 16 holes, it houses the beneficial bacteria, and they grow anaerobic and aerobic in here, and that's what keeps your water parameters in check. Obviously, zero ammonia, zero nitrite, and whatever you say for nitrate. The beneficial bacteria that lives in here doesn't affect nitrate. That you have to change by water changes, but you probably know that already. So beneficial bacteria lives in the biological media, and in hang-on backs, you're going to have some sort of these ceramic rings or rocks or discs or balls or whatever. In a filter like this, which is a Japanese box filter, I have lava rock. Let me just show you. I have lava rock and these ballast rocks that are the biological filtration. And you can see the mechanical filtration is Polyfill. Now there's a couple different kinds of biological filtration. Obviously we talked about the stuff that comes with most filters, the ceramic rings, discs. They're man-made, they're inert, which means they don't affect water parameters at all as far as leaching anything into the water. Then of course my favorite, the lava rock, which by the way I learned about lava rock, I don't know, 6-8 years ago by Joey, King of DIY, and I like it because it's the cheapest. You can get it anywhere, Amazon, possibly a link down below, any home center, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever you have in the barbecue section. You can also find it in like plant stores in their interior plant section. There's decorative lava rock. This is just lava rock for a barbecue. And this is my favorite. All right, another kind of biological filtration is this, which is, it's called K2 media. And this is the marine land version. The other versions I've seen look like little gears. And the way this works is the beneficial bacteria colonize on it. And this is in some sort of vessel that it's floating and moving. And that's how it works. And the issues with this are, here's actually the box. It's from Marine Land. They sent it to me. But the issue with this is it takes a long time to colonize, like longer than other stuff, because it's moving. You have to have the flow just right, and it's a little spendy. I've tried it, not a big fan. I tried it in a sump system I had a gajillion years ago. I've made my own filter, you know, out of a bottle, and the water flows through it, and it rotates like this. I didn't really like it. And as I said, it's expensive, so I don't use it. And it's not used very often in the hobby. It's used typically in big ponds or huge filtration systems for water treatment plants and stuff like that. So when you replace biological media, pretty much never. You know, lava rocks been around a gajillion years. Sorry, I keep using gajillion. Lava rocks have been around a billion years. No need to replace them. Same thing with the ceramic rings. No need to replace them. They don't wear. They don't fall apart. Obviously, if you drop them and they're cracked, you may want to replace them. But like, I take a hammer to make these smaller to fit in different places, nooks and crannies I need them. So same thing, even if you're going to use the K2 or really any beneficial. I'm sorry, any biological media. You really don't need to replace it. Some other types of biological media are one of these bio wheels from Marine Land. I'm sure we've all seen these. And the way this works is this simply spins in the water flow of the filter, and the beneficial bacteria grow on these little folds, pleats of the filter. A little note about mechanical filtration. It also doubles as biological filtration. What? Yeah, I know. It's exactly how a sponge filter works. And this is an Aquarium Co Op sponge filter, which I have in all of my tanks because I love them. And the way it works is this sponge, while it's trapping the debris in the filter to keep the water clean, beneficial bacteria is also colonizing inside. And so simply the way it works is you have your Airline going in here. I have a video for this. I'll put a link up here. And that creates a bubble, which creates suction, which causes the debris or water flow, and the debris gets trapped. But in the meantime, that flow is also helping the beneficial bacteria colonize and grow. So that's just a little trick for you. Beneficial bacteria grows in your mechanical media as well. All right, folks, those are the different kinds of mechanical, biological, and chemical media in your filters. Doesn't matter what kind of filter you have, a box filter, a hang-on back, a sponge filter, a canister, an internal filter. They're all the same principle. And some tips and tricks for you: get Polyfill. It'll polish your water and you can reuse it. You just rinse it off. It does get pretty dirty pretty fast because it does do a great job of trapping all the debris. Don't replace your mechanical filtration or your biological filtration. There's no need to. I know that when you buy your hang-on back filter, you look on the back and it says replace filter cartridge every month. That's how they make money. Don't do that. You don't need to. Rinse it off. Now, if you have a filter like a Marine Land, and it has those filter pads like, I don't know, Series E, I think is the most common one. You can buy something like this, which is just a basket that can hold filter media. You can put lava rock in here, you can put these ceramic rings, they fit in here just like that. And then you don't have to replace them. You just take them out when they get clogged, rinse them in dechlorinated water, so either old water from your tank or new water that's been treated. Just rinse them off. Boom, you're done. And you save some money. Alright folks, I hope this helped you understand what filter media is when people say it. Any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comments below or email me through my website, michaelsfishroom.com. Have a great day, everyone. So what does the beneficial bacteria do? It houses the bacteria. Oof. What does the when do you replace biological filtration? Biological filtration? I don't know what biological filtration is. If you're keeping fish solely for your purpose, yeah, that's fine. But if you're really Jesus, we're gonna seriously be talking about Alright fishy folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about filter media, how to clean it. Okay. Welcome back fishy folks. Today we're going to be talking about filter media. What is it? What are the different kinds? How to clean it? When to replace it? All yeah, okay, alright. No, it's fine. Hiya fishy folks and welcome back to the channel. Today, I did this already. Filter, and it does, okay, alright. Yeah, no.